Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Dave, and in this video, I'm going to go ahead and cover a little bit about the general investment side of the channel. It's going to be a pretty quick video, a little shorter than what I typically do. I'm going to cover two things. The first is a new haul that I ended up picking up, so I'm going to share that with all of you, talk a little bit about it, and then second, I am going to look at some of the sets coming soon at Topps and Panini and share a little bit about my thoughts on those sets and discuss what items I might be looking to invest into. So I hope you enjoy that. Before we jump into things though, if you would, please go ahead, click on that like button below, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can be aware of when all of our videos go live. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this haul. So I've only got one order or haul type thing to share with all of you today. That's all that's come in this week. I did end up ordering one more item, but it's not scheduled to come in until later in the week. Stay tuned next week for that, I suppose. But we did get one order in. This order comes to us from Target. It's an order that you've seen before. Ended up getting some more of the 2021 Topps Chrome sets. I'm not going to pull them all out of the box right now because then it's just more that I got to put away. I did get another 10 of the blaster boxes. So I think that takes me up to a total of 23 of them, if I recall at this point. I don't know how much deeper I'll go into it. I believe you can actually buy this product readily available right now on Target's website. And so if you're interested, feel free to go check that out. I think just because I'm getting started in this world, in this thing, I don't want to, much in the same way that I've diversified my investments kind of from Lego into some of these other categories. I don't want to go too deep into any one particular product or series. I think what I've got right now is probably going to be the last of my Topps Chrome investment for 2021. We'll see next year how they're performing to know whether or not maybe if Topps 2022 Chrome come out, how many of those I'll end up going. If they seem to be performing well, I may end up going deeper next year. But for right now, this is probably it. So that's what I ended up getting in the haul. I do need to make a point, and I think that's going to be the next thing that we're going to cover here, is I need to find a different place to store and manage the inventory of these. So if you're familiar with the Lego videos that I've been sharing, you will know that I use Brickstock to track my inventory of my sets. There will be some more details about that coming out where I share some more about it. With the cards, whether it's sports cards, magic cards, Pokemon cards, I don't have a system really in place for those. Much the same as when I was doing the resale stuff where I was buying the the ornaments or the precious moments or random stuff from garage sales, hats and books and things like that. I didn't have a great place to organize those in terms of my inventory. I pretty much tried to get as much as I could posted on eBay immediately so that that was my tracking system, and then they all got stored in specific numbered bins. I'm going to continue to maintain some of those. However, I'm not posting the cards on eBay or any platform for that matter in the near future. Because they're an investment, they're going to be a hold, wait for the return to end up increasing or the value to increase so I can get a good return and then end up posting them on those kind of platforms. And so that means I need to find a method of storing my inventory. I've kind of looked around a little bit because I was hopeful to find a really good inventory tracking or inventory management system software where you could use a barcode scanner to scan the UPC labels off of your products as a way to auto add those in there. The problem I had with them, at least as it related to the Lego stuff, is that the buy price was constantly different. And it didn't have a good way or mechanism to allow you to track or do an average costing across all those different purchases. So I don't know if there's going to be something out there off the shelf that I'm happy with in that regard. I think what I'm probably going to do here to start is at least make a point to start an Excel spreadsheet, to list out what I have, at least as a starting point. If any of you have any tips or tricks or a piece of software that you're just in love with to track the inventory of your sports cards, Pokemon cards, Magic cards, please go ahead and leave that in the comments below. I'd love to find something that just worked. The Excel spreadsheet's going to be okay, but it's going to be a lot of self-management, self-maintenance, and I'm looking for something ideally that would be a little more automated than that. Also, these items are taking up some of my shelf, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find and set up another shelf in the basement here where I can put all of the card-related investments on to keep them a little bit more separated out from the Lego sets. It'll make it easier to know exactly where to go and how to find them. It'll also give me a little bit more room for the Lego investments themselves. So real quick, I wanted to share with all of you some of the new sets or products that are kind of coming out here. On the Topps website, you can see you can actually still buy hobby boxes of the Allen and Ginter baseball series. Not a bad price, actually, $150. That's not really a series or a set that I'm very fond of. I've seen a lot of pack openings and breaks of it, and they have some pretty odd stuff in there. You've got some social media icons in there. You've got some different animals that are in risk of extinction or something. It adds in some stuff beyond just baseball, and so I don't feel as though it's probably going to be quite as hot of a line. But I did want to scroll down here and share a couple sets or series that if I can get my hands on, I'm probably going to be making some investments. Again, the Topps Chrome, I've kind of hit the peak there, but we do have the Topps Chrome MLS. This is, I think, the Major League Soccer series of the Topps Chrome product, and these things I think just released pretty recently. The Hobby Box and the Blaster Box are both sold out direct from Topps, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out in retail to see what I can find there. That is a particular line that I would be okay investing in. The other one here that I'm kind of interested in is this Topps Chrome Star Wars Galaxy Pack. So this one's a little bit more of a gamble. I probably wouldn't go any deeper than maybe one hobby box or two tops, just because it's not necessarily aligned with something that people are, I don't want to say super fans, because there are a ton of fans out there for Star Wars. It's probably one of the largest franchises there are. However, the trading cards associated with Star Wars have traditionally not been amazing. There were a couple series out when I was younger, and they were pretty much all considered junk cards. I don't know exactly what it is that makes this series unique. However, it would be kind of interesting. Star Wars is a pretty hot thing. Topps Chrome makes some beautiful looking cards. I haven't seen any of these. Maybe I'll try and see what I can find for a box opening or a break of this particular series, and maybe dabble in it. It's nothing I would go deep into, though. That's pretty much it for the Topps products at the moment. If I switch over to the Panini site, you can see here that we've got some new series that have already kind of dropped on their website. You've got the Soccer Chronicles series that's already sold out. We've got some Optic stuff here, some NBA Optic coming soon. That would be something I would be definitely willing to go into. The Optic line tends to perform pretty well. The Select line tends to perform pretty well. Both of those I would love to get my hands on. I actually don't have any NBA stuff right now. Seems to be the craziest, hottest thing at the moment. So it has eluded me thus far. So I would be interested in getting some of the Optic NBA. Optic Baseball, possibly. I don't know. Scrolling down here, we've got some Prism WNBA, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how many people really follow or watch the WNBA. Clearly, I don't think it's going to be nearly as popular as the NBA itself. That could be kind of a fun little area to kind of get into. You can see here that apparently this goes live in about 2 days. Going down, we've got the Black NFL Trading Card series here. This stuff's way out of my price range. There's probably a ton of value in there. Might be something really worth holding. I have not looked into the products that are that exclusive and that expensive such thus far. Same thing, NBA Spectra. Crazy popular series. A lot of people really love it. But what do you got here? You got 4 cards per pack, 4 packs per box. So you got 16 cards in here at $1,600. That's $100 a card, and that is beyond my investment price point. You can see we've got coming soon a National Treasures collegiate football trading card box. The National Treasures series tends to be a really high-end product. I don't know how well the collegiate version will do of the football cards, but probably keep an eye out on it. Again, this is in a different price tier than what I would be looking to invest in. Coming over here, we've got some Donruss football cards. I'm pretty sure this is their lower-end NFL product, if I recall. Again, this is a little bit new to me, so please feel free, correct me in the comments below if I do say something incorrectly. The first off the line, these I believe are very similar to the other optic line that we had up top. However, this is kind of like the first batch that they print, and I believe that there are some particular items that are exclusive to that. I don't know exactly what they are, but this price tag down at the bottom is going to steer me very clear of that item. It looks like you get about 80 cards in the box. That's almost, what's that, $20 a card? Too much for me. Going over, we've got some Chronicle draft picks. This might be interesting to get into. It is going to be the collegiate basketball, though, but it might be worth exploring a little bit. We've got some Obsidian over here that if I was a betting man, I would say this is going to be one of the high-end products. We're going to keep scrolling past those. The Mosaic NBA trading cards. This is one I'm actually kind of excited about because the Mosaic line is usually in kind of that nice medium range. It's not the cheapest of their products, but adding in the NBA factor, I think this one might have a good shot. I'm going to keep my eye out on that. Spectra Baseball, probably really cool cards. Price is going to put it out of proportion. And the Mosaic Baseball line. These are pretty much the 2 products that I would care for here. Going down, we've got some Flawless Collegiate, and we've got some Panini Origins. I'm not familiar with Origins. What do we got here? 7 NFL trading cards. So my guess is that this is another one of the really high-end sets. That's it coming out at Panini. That's it coming out at Topps. Quick recap on these. Mosaic NBA, Mosaic Baseball. I would be interested in maybe investing in some of those, assuming that I get my hand on these things. These kind of cards are insanely hot. The last of which is these Donruss Optic NBA cards. So I just realized that this the Donruss Optic up here is the premium box set. So this is the complete set of cards. Not something I would end up going into. I guess I need to wait until the first off the line kind of come and go, and then we get to the standard series of the Donruss Optics. Those are probably going to be the last there. So we've got the 3 Panini products is what it looks like that I am going to be trying to get my hands on a little bit. Let's go ahead and go back over here to the Topps. We've got the Star Wars Galaxy Chrome. Definitely would be interested in getting a box, maybe 2 of those. And then the Topps Chrome MLS Soccer. So that's all that I'm really looking for in terms of new products. Some other ones I'm keeping my eye out. Obviously, the Select Series, the NBA specifically. Select Football, I guess some of those have been kind of creeping out in stores here recently as well. So if I did happen to find some of those, I would pick those up. The Select Baseball, I would probably pick up as well. And then we would move into things like the Topps Merlin series of soccer cards. And then lastly, I'd probably just be looking for some random kind of interesting things, like if some UFC popped up or those Chrome Galaxy Star Wars cards, something like that. Those would be kind of what rounds out the items that I'm looking for relative to retail based on what has been coming in stock. That's all I got for this week, folks. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the new sets coming out at Topps and Panini. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my haul. Let me know if there are particular series or sets that you are currently investing in, or if there's something that you think I've missed, or specifically if there's something I got wrong. Please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. So, with all of that, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.